Welcome, everyone. Today, we're talking about nonprofits. You don't do good because it's going to do good for you. You do good because it's going to do good for someone else. And so I was almost hesitant to use this when I first put that out, but it's not all about you, Brian. Doing good, it does good. I took a few risks there in doing that. I'm not specifically calling out any Brians, just so everyone knows. It's not about you. It's about the world and it's about doing good. Right now, I don't think there's anyone that's going to argue with me that the world needs light. So go be the leaders in your community, teach others to give back. Not only are you teaching the community, you're teaching your employees, you're teaching their families through your example. You are leaders. You're literally the patriarchs of your communities or matriarchs in some of your capacities. Yeah, you're leaders in the community. Give back and do it because it's the right thing to do. Don't do it because it's going to make you money. Yes, it will make you money and it will benefit you in those ways. But the way that you need to look at this is it's not about you, it's about them. And the more that you turn your heart outward, the more that it'll come back to you. Although I am Christian and Christ certainly taught this, many other religions also teach this, that if you do good to others, you're going to have good come back to you. That is a principle that I firmly believe in. And so, as you are talking to your employees, help them to understand that one of the reasons that you're doing this is to give back to the community. The community supports your business. They've helped you. Yes, you've done the work, but they've helped you become who you are. They've helped your business become what it is. And so, share that, encourage, bring hope, all those kinds of great things, because this is who you are. It's one of the reasons why many of you are clients of mine is because that's who I am, and that's our relationship that we have as we give back to the world. And so we we do this because we love our communities and because we want to help others become successful. We do this to bless the lives of others. Jesse's popping on here. Jesse and I have done a lot of good together in the community, and so I'm glad that he's on. And so be like Jesse. Jesse does good for people because he's doing good. He's doing someone else's work. He would say that he's doing his Lord's work. And I agree with that, that's those are motivations for doing what we're doing. And it does come back and it blesses your business as you bless the lives of others. I want to bring something up. Some of you will be driving along and just have the idea, someone should do that. Well, it's you. And I have my beliefs on why we get ideas like that. But if you have an idea that someone should take and help out the women's shelter this Christmas, it's you. You're the someone that should do that. If you're like, man, someone needs to stop and help that person, it's you. You need to listen to that voice and it will be a blessing to you. But if you're like, man, someone needs to help this community, someone needs to be a positive voice. Many of you, we do Motivation Monday or Good Vibes Monday, if you will, and those different things. That's one of the reasons that we do that is we're spreading light and we're helping you to spread good vibes in the community. Many of you have seen this. It's our door hanger. We are making some revamps to this, and this is Cisco's Silver Bullet. This brings people in when his shop is slow. He is able to send people out with his door hanger, and when he sees this, this is considerably different than what he had before. So I want to go over some of the mechanics of fundraising. And so some of you are in Canada, it's structured a little bit different, but some of the advantages are I don't know how many of you have had Girl Scouts come to your door and they're selling cookies. I don't need cookies per se, but I want to support them. And I do love their cookies, but I don't buy them because I love their cookies. I buy them because I want to support the organization. Just so everyone here knows, every kid that comes to our door is going to sell something. We buy from every kid that comes to our door. We support all the organizations. They've supported me when I was a Boy Scout. And now it's my turn to give back and give back to the community. They bought from our kids when they were in football and band and all these kinds of things. So it's my turn to give back.
We
And
got
so go
we
ahead.
got blue and gold sausage just got sold in our area. So I think I bought that from five different kids.
That is so awesome. That's what I'm talking about. I do the same thing. And it's I love it when kids are out doing fundraising, adults, whatever it may be. But if you look at this, this isn't about Cisco's business, is it? We made it all about the band fundraiser, the Allen Eagles. This is a suggestion of what this can look like. This is not a final copy, FYI, so that everybody knows. And so it's a fundraiser. Someone comes home, they're not upset if a fundraiser is hanging on their door. I did something for the Utah Food Bank a few months ago to where we were raising just food. We just wanted people to leave food on their doorsteps. And so I was leaving these door hangers on people's doorsteps, and one crotchety old guy comes out and he's like, "What'd you hang on my door?" And I don't like that. And I said, "It's for the food bank." Immediately, his tone changed and he donated the next day. So people won't be upset that you're hanging these on your doors. In the past, some people have had problems with that. But if you're hanging a nonprofit fundraiser, then they are just fine with it. We've never had anyone complain about a fundraiser being hung on their door. And so you see it totally changes somebody coming home and seeing this. And so it does say EBA's name on their door hanger. It does have their irresistible offer. Um, $40 for an oil change is a great price anywhere in the country, but in Dallas, it's also a great price. And then it says what they get for their $40, and then it doesn't say ASE certified and stuff like that down here. It says support the band and get a great deal from a local Allen business. See, the feel is totally different. And right here you can schedule today. By the way, if you scan this, you can also just buy the oil change straight out, and you can just buy it that day, and the band gets their cut. So why do we do this? People want to support organizations. People actually need oil changes. You don't need cookies. I bought caramel corn that I just ended up giving away because I didn't want it. When Boy Scouts sold popcorn, I hated that. I just gave them money and said, give the popcorn to someone else. But people actually need oil changes. And so this is working ridiculously well. You are associated with a good cause, so people trust you. Trust is the number one thing you're trying to overcome as an auto shop. People don't trust you because of other shops that have come before them, that have screwed them over, that have recommended repairs that they didn't need, that have overcharged them for different things. And so trust is a big issue. But if you're tied to the local nonprofit organization, then you're leveraging their trust, and they see that you're someone that is helping the community. So it shows that you're a better company. And all of our clients that I work with are all better companies. They literally try to do good for the community. So split it. I'm really big. I err on the generous side. I appreciate Jesse chiming in. I'm sure that he didn't need all the sausage that he just bought, but he bought it because kids were coming and selling it, and he was supporting them. So this to me is like a donation back to the community. So don't look at it as, well, you're giving 20% up or you're giving 50% up. Don't look at it that way. Look at it as a way you're donating 50% back to the community. And if you want to do a big cardboard check at the end of the year or something like that, you can. That is absolutely appropriate. That is a great way to do it. You've seen Kroger do that. They're a large retailer. Some of you have Smith's, some of you have some of their other sub brands that they own. But Kroger does that. They'll go back and give big cardboard checks to communities at the end of the year. They could be the high school band. You'll see I'm a big proponent of the high school band. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, when I'm talking to the nonprofit, this is how I will tee it up. If they email their list, that means they don't even have to go out and put these on doors or anything like that. They just send an email out and says, "Hey, we're doing an oil change fundraiser. Support this group." We'll give them 20% for doing that because they're sending it out to their list of parents. They might have 1,000 parents on that list, and if they share it and the kids send that out, it typically has a very good reach, especially if the kids get credit for who they referred. If you hang it, that is the shop. If the shop pays for it to get hung on someone's door, then you'll don't just just for using their name and stuff, you're going to donate 10% to that organization. These are just, by the way, recommendations that I recommend. If they hang it, they get 30% of your irresistible offer. Yeah. And so if they sell it door to door, they get 50% of it. And they can either sell coupons, it doesn't have to be a door hanger, it can be. They can sell coupons. And if they sell a coupon right there on the spot, they'll get 50% of it. And this is, I recommend all of these. They're all advantageous to both parties. But if they go door to door selling your oil changes, I would give them 50%. They're hardworking. You're giving back to the community. They are 100% the kids that I want to support in the community. And so, any thoughts or feedback on splitting it?
What's the best way you found to handle the mechanics on the backside of it, like tracking all this?
I just went over that with One E Diesel and Quick E Auto. We just talked about that this morning. If you're gonna track that, for instance, if you hang it, there is an app called Map My Run that's a free app, and he just found out this morning that after 14 days, it's no longer free. All you have to do is cancel it and then sign up for it again. You get it free again. But so you can track someone that you're paying to go out. You can track the neighborhoods they've been in. They just screenshot at the end of their day, and you'll pay them for doing that. Going rate's about $20 for them going door to door and hanging these. And so delivered there, if you have them printed, they're about 9 cents each plus whatever the shipper charges for delivery. And so it's less expensive than mailers. And by the way, redemption rate is what we call it. We don't call it comebacks because comeback in the automotive industry is a nasty word. But redemption rate, you have a much higher redemption rate, people coming it back and using it with the nonprofit if you couple it with a nonprofit. So that's my recommendation there. That's really the only tracking you have to do. If they're going to email it out, then you build the tracking in. So Modern Auto, for instance, up there in Idaho, they build different coupon codes. So for instance, if they're going to email it out, it would be GA20 would be the coupon code for this. So if they're hanging it, the coupon code is GA10 and GA30. So they build their coupon code in their software for the redemption. If they're selling it door to door, it's GA50. And so they know exactly how much they're giving it out. Does that make sense, Jesse?
It does.
Yeah. So it keeps it clean. You know how many are coming back. And at the end of the day, we know where the cars came from. Align locally. This is a big deal. I love the Special Olympics, don't get me wrong. And those of you that know me know that I donate, and I've actually never donated my time to Special Olympics, but I actually just signed up for that last week. And so I will be a coach in the Special Olympics. I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm not doing that for an ROI, obviously, but I'm doing it because I've always wanted to. So it's going to be fun. A lot of you know that I do nonprofit marathon coaching and pacing. I love to do that. I love to give back to the running community and the triathlon community. Chris Nick is actually the first Down syndrome athlete that has now completed an Ironman. And he just says you get 1% better every day. I love that kind of stuff. And so I give back to it. But if you are doing a door hanger for the Special Olympics, you're not going to get as big a comeback, or excuse me, you're not going to get as big a redemption value as if you choose the local high school, the local battered women's shelter, the local Boy Scout troop. You're going to probably quadruple your ROI and your redemption rate if you use a local nonprofit organization. I try to veer away from churches because there's just so much there's such a diversity and churches that people support, and I would be away from that. If it's a youth group, then just say a Christian youth group and leave it at that. Don't leave the denomination name on it. But if you really want to go that direction, but as high school clubs, junior high school clubs, elementary playground equipment, whatever it may be that you're doing, make it local, make it so that they can visualize what it is. You saw we stuck the band on here. And so whatever it is that you're doing, you'll have a picture and a graphic. We'll work together on it. We'll do the artwork for it for you. But people have to see where their money's going. If they can see where their money's going, if they see a kid in front of them, then it's tremendous. So you make it local, you make it relatable and timing. If you are raising money for like KJ's is, they're going to give away a vehicle at Christmas, then have the picture of the vehicle and say, hey, it's at Christmas, so we're giving this away. We're actually just, looking for local support to give a reliable vehicle to a local family. So they're using timing on that. If you're bringing in toys, you can have your door hanger to where it says $30 oil change with a new unwrapped toy dropped off at our location. That would be a great door hanger. So door hangers can be the way that you do it. You can also do it on Facebook. You can do it on Instagram. You can promote those things. But if you have timing is everything if you're talking about holidays and such. Make it about them. So make it all about the Boy Scouts. Make it about whoever you're doing it about. It's not about your shop. If it's a door hanger, then yes, it does mention EBA right here. And you flip it over, it talks a little bit more about EBA and how this deal works, but it's more about the nonprofit than about you. So your salesmanship is about the nonprofit. Okay. It's a loss leader. Get over it. I don't know why it's doing this, but it's a loss leader. Yes. You're not making money with a $40 oil change if you're giving half of it to a nonprofit organization. That's true. Just get over it. As my recommendation to you. For me, I just look at my life like I don't own anything. It's all God's anyway. And so I don't have a problem giving it away. But if you look at it as a loss leader and as a business move, yes, that can work. If you're somebody that doesn't believe in God, that's fine. You can look at your profits, but at the same time, if you are a God person or a pay it forward kind of person, just look at it as, well, I'm going to lose something, but I know it's going to come back to me in the long run. Even if you just believe in karma, you know that if you do good, then it'll come back. That's appropriate. Make it easy. I like to have QR codes to where they can go on and buy right then. And I want to point this out. In the United States, 40% of gift cards go unredeemed. So if 40% of the people that buy this offer to support the Boy Scouts or whoever it is, if 40% of those never redeem it, you've already made money, just so you know. No, again, that's not why you're doing it, but you would have already made money if 40% of them don't come in. Ideally, they all come in and you do a show and sell. You see anything that's torn, worn, or frayed, and you talk to them about it and upsell them because that's really why you do this as a business. But as an individual, know that 40% of gift cards go unredeemed, or as a business, know that. The better the deal, the shorter the amount of time. If you're doing something like for KJ's scenario, we have to have this in by say November 25th. And Jason with Rocky Mountain right now is doing a screaming deal just because he has a grand opening this month. The lower the price, the shorter the amount of time that you offer it for. That is the general rule of thumb there. And if I was to write a scripture, that would be Psalm 1:1. Pre-sales make it easy. So if you're pre-selling and you can stack the deck to where you guys aren't doing oil changes all day, but you do some Monday, some Tuesday, some Wednesday. If you pre-sale it, that's the easiest way to do it. Or you can just run this particular thing for a week. Like Cisco, for instance, he'll send out a limited number in neighborhoods for 1 week, and then he'll send out the next batch, and he'll send out the next batch just so that he can control the flow that comes in off of these. Any questions yet? I know that I talk fast. Okay. So follow up. People forget about this stuff, and so you can follow up and say, and you can send them a reminder saying, "Hey, you bought this oil change. Would you like to redeem it? We can get you in." And you just reach back out to them and try to set appointments with them. Obviously, it's advantageous to you if they come back and they redeem this. You want them to redeem it. Train your team. If you're talking to you share the vision with your desk guys, you share the vision with your techs, you share the vision with everyone. Help them understand they're giving back to the community, but also that they can indeed upsell through the show and sell process. And so train your team on how to do this. You encourage them, you teach them that they're giving back to the community and they're part of something great. All of our employees know that they're part of something great because they're disseminating this out throughout the world. Through the United States and Canada, this will go out this week. And so our employees know that they're part of improving the communities, they're part of improving the world, they're making a difference. A graphic artist just sitting there pointing and clicking, that's not fun, but changing the world is. So help them to understand that uh, they're changing something. Show them like if they're benefiting the local high school band, show them what they're affecting. Arts, for instance, if you're affecting a children's hospital, teach your employees, look, you're affecting the children's hospital. Maybe it'd be good to have a service day to where you tie blankets for the children's hospital, go drop it off, and maybe see where the goods are going. It really helps them and motivates them for that. Will you do it? That's the big question. Jesse, I'm gonna open it up to you, brother. I know that you like to give back to your community. Why do you do that?
Uh, a couple different reasons. Great question. So, number one reason would be there's just so much need in the world, right? And while as Jesus said, the poor you'll always have with you. I know that will always be a statement, as the poor will always be with us. If there's perhaps a difference we can make in one person's life or a few people's lives, even if it elevates them for a short time, then we're grateful for that. We've literally given away cars in the past. Maybe we'll have a car donated to the shop or abandoned with the shop, and we've been able to get the vendors to join us in that mission and supply some parts. I've been able to get the technicians on board with supplying some labor, and we've been able to fix that up and be able to give it back to a deserving person in the community. And that has been the letters that we've received of the gratitude and the thankfulness more often than not have been emotional tearjerkers. So not that I'm needing a good cry. I have plenty of opportunity to do that. Uh, but it's nice being able to make an impact in somebody's life, and then Veterans Day, we actually do oil changes for veterans year round for free. Um, I know some guys just do it on Veterans Day, but we do it year round. Couple different reasons on that point. My late father-in-law was Air Force, retired Air Force, and as an American, I appreciate the freedom that we have with the recent turn of events. I mean, we live in a country where we're supposed to have a right to bear arms, where we're supposed to have a right to a voice, and different things like that, and I understand that those freedoms didn't come cheap. And even yet, on American soil, there's people that are still paying that price. So if I can merely mirror my gratitude and appreciation by saying, "Hey, let me take care of your oil change," I'd really appreciate that opportunity. The veterans appreciate it. We've got some. I had a guy that I met with a couple of days ago or last week, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been doing business at your shop." I'm like, "Well, I appreciate that." Come to find out, he's a veteran, and he never told us because he didn't want the free oil change. So we're gonna fix that moving forward, and a lot of those people, it's harder for them to receive than it is to give. So with most people, that's the way it works. So yeah, great question, great webinar today.
Hey, thank you. And just so everyone knows, with the Veterans Day, Jesse does that year round. He gives free oil changes to veterans, and so he's super cool. But I'm gonna be I'm gonna be shooting live on site for Veterans Day with Modern Auto. And Ron, if you'll kill your audio, that'd be great. Um, But I am going to be shooting from Modern Auto. We're doing free oil changes for the veterans. They have a food truck that's coming to give them lunch when they come and do that. So we're doing that, and so it'll be super cool. You'll see how it all works. If you've never done it before, if you're afraid of doing it the first time, we're gonna shoot it live on site. You go to see all the inner workings, how we put it all together. It'll be awesome. So understand that, a free oil change isn't going to change someone's life, but I love this little story. There was an old man that was walking along the beach, and there were thousands of starfish that had come in on the tide because the temperatures had changed because of a storm. And he saw a little kid that he was chucking these starfish back in the ocean, and he just walked up to this kid and he said, how why are you doing that? There's thousands of them. You'll never make a difference. And the kid just picked up another one and chucked it in the ocean. And he said it made a difference to that one. And so that's what we're doing. We're making a difference just piece by piece. We're changing the world. So I appreciate everybody and what you do. I appreciate our clients. I appreciate our employees. I appreciate the opportunity to give back to the world because not everybody has that. And so as long as I'm kicking, I'm going to be giving back to the world. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. I feel blessed to be surrounded by amazing people. This is what makes us powerful is we're just one at a time, but we're amazing together, and that's what makes us powerful. So thank you so much.
Appreciate,
Hey,
appreciate
Robert.
everything. Yeah, appreciate everything y'all do.
All right. Thank you so much for everything that y'all do, and we'll see you on the next one.
So yeah,
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
bye.